Hello, I have another story for you. It wouldn't be my favorite memory, but it is a memory that I can laugh about looking back. Growing up, my parents would use the age of 12 to ask us siblings to babysit, whether her and dad were going out on a date or whatever it would be. It might be just an evening, it was a short time, but I remember there was one time, man, that memory is indelibly sketched in my mind. I will never have that happen again. This is the reason why. I have two older siblings. They were both gone, or maybe mom didn't ask them to be responsible, but she asked me. And usually what we would do is I would clean up and then watch the kids at the same time. This one evening, it's like, okay, we'll put pizza in the oven. I'll be back around 8. I forget exactly what time it was, but I said, okay, all right, works good. Can you please check the diaper of the kids? Make sure that you do that. I said, okay, Mom, sure, I'll do that. Love you, love you, love you. She left. And my mother is a very easygoing type of person. She's not a stressful type of person. So we had the TV on. I was some sort of Disney movie. We were all watching that. We had the pizza in the oven, and then there was the kids started getting wild and out of control, running, and I said, no, calm down. They said, you're not my mom. And they started to play and play and play, and I said, well, I'm the boss. If Mom is gone, I'm the boss. And I took this very controlling type of attitude, and then, of course, they gave me the stubborn attitude, and then I remembered the pizza, and I ran, and the top was completely burnt, so I took it out, and the kids all said, we don't want to eat that. And I said, well, too bad. You've got to eat. I mean, the top is burnt, but the bottom's probably fine. So we cut it up, tried to cut it up. It was very hard. So I said, okay, fine. So I got another pizza. You watch and make sure. I've got other stuff to do. Make sure that this pizza doesn't get burned. And then one of the kids spilled their milk in the other room. They weren't even supposed, because there's carpet in that other room. They weren't even supposed to have their milk over there. I said, you have to drink it in the kitchen. So they said, sorry. I said, now you have to clean it up. And they cried. This kid cried. So I went, got the spray. I didn't want the sour milk smell to be left in the carpet. And then of course, most of the kids didn't want that first pizza because it was black. We had the second pizza and they said, I'm hungry. I said, we only had 2 pizzas, sorry. First one was black, you didn't want to eat that. And then we had soda, but it spilled again. I said, guys, be careful. They left off, and as here I am left cleaning as everyone else went. And then one of the kids had a stinky diaper, and I said, you change the diaper. And they pointed at me saying for me to change the diaper, and I was so frustrated at this time. I decided, you know what? I want to obey Mom, but at that point I decided I'm going to leave that stinky diaper. If things are messed up, normally my tendency is, and had been, if the couch was kind of a mess, and toys was all over, we'd at least try to corner it into one. We'd force the kids, hey, you can't watch a movie until all this is cleaned up. And then they look at me and they say, you're strict. Maybe play a little bit and then go and watch the movie. But that day, everything was complete chaos. I had it up to here. And I just decided, you know what, fine. I'm not going to clean anything. Kids came and said, Mom's going to be mad. What are you going to do? I said, what am I going to do? Well, you clean. I had such an attitude. I was a teenager at that time, and I decided, you want to watch movies? Fine. Just sit here and watch movies. Mom got home, and she came in, and it smelled funny. And everything. The kitchen was kind of messy, but she thought, well, maybe they were busy. She came in, the family room, we called it the family room where the TV was and toys and stuff. And she said, where's Narissa? The kid said, upstairs in her room. So she came up to her room, and as soon as she came in, she said, Mom, I will never babysit again. And I just went on and on and on, and she said, take a few minutes break. She went downstairs, she did her duty, she changed that stinky diaper, she yelled at all those kids, she cleaned up everything. Everyone was in bed on time after brushing their teeth. And she came in and she said, Narissa, what happened? And I just went on and on and on and on and on and explaining everything. And she said, you know what? I'm sorry. You're the one who is the best one for me to ask. You know, you have the skill. And I said, it's not fair. I'm 14. This other sibling's 12, and I have to do it all. And so afterwards, she went and she made sure that people took turns being responsible. But I decided that I would, at that time, you know, I thought, I will never have kids, ever. I told God, I don't want to have kids ever. And then, you know, if my siblings have kids, that's nice. If my parents have kids, that's nice. I told that to Mom, and she said, well, we'll see. And it was about 2 weeks later. Mom said, she had this expression on. I said, Mom, what's wrong? She said, Dad and I have to go somewhere. They had some sort of meeting or conference or something, but it was something that was important. I said, do you mind watching? I said, no way. No, I cannot. And she just said, please, I'll ask the other kids to help you, and I'll tell them that they have to behave and obey you and that you have the authority while you're here. And I said, no, Mom. And she just, in her sweet way, asked me again, and I said, okay. And it was not as bad. You know, I was still strict, and they said, Narissa's mean. Mom's way better than her. She shows us love. I said, I don't care. I want this house clean. You can eat it this time, but then you have to clean up before you watch your movie. But it became better and better after that. And then later when Mom and Dad came back, Mom said, is it better? I said, yeah, it's a lot better. And then I moved to college. My brothers and sisters said they missed me. I thought, why? I thought you hated me. I thought you were annoyed with me. You know, glad that they had a break from me. You know, Narissa's so picky and organized. And then I realized they, you know, just the creativity that I have and the games that we are able to. And of course, I miss my family too. And then later, you know, different things happen, but it's a good memory.